Hi, it's Lise from Lisa's Crafty Creations, and I'm back. I'm sorry I've been a while since I've done a video, but I've been on holiday. As you know, I went to Scotland, but then I went down to help my mum and dad for a little while. Had a nice time. It was lovely. But while I was there, we did some bits and bobs crafty-wise, because my mum likes to make cards. So I want to first show you some of the stuff that we made. This one I'm really proud of. This here came in a kit from the Easy Rim subscription box, and it was meant to be made into a brooch. This is it here, and as you see, it was meant to be made into a brooch, and it came with the fabric, big blue square of fabric. This was printed on it, and it has had the circle around the outside, and then that. So I embroidered that, but then I decided I didn't really want to go into the pendant. I'd rather use it in something else, and we thought about a card with some padding behind it. So that's what we did, and this is what we came up with. Now I had to put this ring of chain stitch along here because it had a pink line where the circle had been drawn, and I washed it but it just wouldn't come out. So we decided, well, I decided I'd do a chain stitch along here and then just match it up. I was thinking of doing other stitches along here, but then we decided, my mum and I decided, well, I might just make it, you know, sometimes it's hard to know when to stop, and we thought, well, we best stop now, because if we keep going it might just make a mess. So what we did was we cut this to size for the heart. It's a decent sized fabric in behind there, but we cut it and placed it where we wanted it, because we put it off skew, because as you can imagine, this is the oval there, so it's supposed to be that way, but I wanted it to fill this side of the heart, so it's off skew. And we got a little cotton wool pad and placed the cotton wool pad and made the shape of the heart with the cotton wool pad. Glued it all down, stuck it on, and then put this embossed card over the top. So basically this is attached to a piece of card on top of, so the cotton wool bud was placed onto a small piece of card that was behind here. Then we affixed this on, and we put the white card on top of it. So the first thing we had was this piece of white card with this attached. We then placed that on top of a silver card and then onto the blue to match the blue fabric. We then decided, well, where are we going to place it? Are we going to place it right in the middle? And I thought, well, it'd be nice to have a sentiment at the bottom, so we put this long sentiment at the bottom that just keeps saying "on your wedding day," and it worked out really well, because it actually finished the sentence. It didn't stop halfway through the sentence, so it worked out really well. We matched the letters up with the silver, and then we added a bow. Now I made the bow from scratch, and then we just stuck it on. We tried to use a sticky dot, but for some reason the dots weren't working, so we ended up using some glue, and we just held that in place for a while with the glue. We then felt that it just needed something to finish it off, but not too much, so we found these little corner pieces that we had, or that my mum had, so we placed those corner pieces on, and that just finished the card off nicely. We then did the insert inside, so you've got your middle inside, and I'm using this, as I say, because it says "on your wedding day." This is a friend of mine just got married yesterday, so I haven't got their address yet, so as soon as they get the address, they'll get this posted out to them, so that's nice. So I'm really proud of this. What else I did was made what I call the pig selection. Now I don't know whether you remember a while ago, Mandy or Crafting with Gertie did some a giveaway. Well, no, it wasn't a giveaway, it was a D-stash, and I bought these pig dies with stamps. You can't just use the dies without the stamps because it didn't look right. So what I did was I designed these cards. Now the first one I did was this one. I'm really pleased with it. The pig looked a bit sad, so I thought, well, it'd be nice for a thinking of you card or a get well soon card, so I made this. So I chose my sentiment, thinking of you, and I put dimensionals on this to make it stand out. So we cut the two dies out, and then I trimmed the eggs. I started faffing. Mandy won't be pleased, but I started faffing, and I cut the edge off. And then I had this bow. We found this bow that was just in amongst Mum's stash, so we decided to do that. So it's a pink stamp, or a lilac-y purple stamp on top of the pink card, which is on top of the black card, and we used some little square dimensionals to put it all together. Then it's got no insert, but what I'll do is we can put an insert in, but I decided I'd just leave them. We'll see, I might change my mind. And then it comes with this little card. So that's a thinking of you card. So that's the first in my piggy selection. I then did Spring is Sprung, I think, and I love this one. Well, like this and that, but then it felt it didn't have the bow on at first, and it just felt a bit off, and it didn't have his googly eyes. So we decided to put the bow on just to give it something extra, to give it, you know, some more balance. And I still felt it needed something, and I said, I wish we had some googly eyes. Well, eventually in my mum's stash we did come across, at first we thought, oh, I haven't got any, we're not going to do it, and then all of a sudden I came across a little tiny packet of googly eyes. So I got me googly eyes, and I think that's finished that off great. The pig looks a bit out of it, so it's like Spring is Sprung, it's like dancing around. So I really like that one. So that's the Spring is Sprung. We then had this one with two little happy pigs talking to each other, so we put that up as What's Up Buttercup. Again, I used the dimensionals, the black die that we cut out originally. Well, Mum was just plain, she'd already cut those out. And then I said I want pink, so we cut it out on the pink pigs. And then I used the stamping on this one and that one. We used the embossing powders to really make it stand out. Now the colour in the pigs was actually an accident, you know, the extra embossing was supposed to just be the outline, but I put a little bit too much ink on probably, and so the whole pig goes, but I think I like that effect. I don't know whether you can see that. I like that effect as it makes the pigs have a little bit more dimension. So that's my What's Up Buttercup. I then did this one, which this is not my favourite one. It's like two pigs look like they're extremely happy. So I just laid them down there. They look like they're really enjoying the sunshine in absolute bliss. So we put Happy Days. Again, this one, we didn't emboss this one. We wished we had, but I didn't. And then so we added three little rhinestones on the top there just to give it a bit more balance and just add something extra to it. And then finally I did this one, a pig having the split, doing the splits, and again we used the dimensionals because I decided I preferred the dimensionals to the flat pigs. For all the Spring is Sprung, I think that would be fine, but the flat pigs I wasn't overly keen on, so I decided to do more dimensionals. We then found this little banner, just looking through Mum's stuff, bits and bobs that had already been cut out. Then we found some words, so I cut the thank you out, just trimmed it round at the corner because it was on a wave of thank you right the way across, so I just cut one thank you out, rounded it off at the ends and then stuck it on. And then we put two rhinestones on the end of the banner, and these were just little tiny bits that were left over from stickers, you know, when you take out corners and things like that. Sometimes you've got little round circles left and lines. Well, these were just those, so we just dotted them around the card. and that's come out like that. So I'm really pleased with all these cards that I've made. So thank you very much, Mandy, for that die. Although I know I bought it, but you had it and you were willing to sell it, and that's brilliant. So my favourite, I think, is got to be the Thinking of You. I love that one. I like me googly eyes, but I also really like the What's Up Buttercup. It's very simple, nothing flash about it, but the embossing powder and the positioning was spot on, and the same with the Thinking of You. So those are what I did over the weekend when I was with my mum. And I brought a few bits of card back with us and got some other bits and bobs, some more of these. She gave me a couple of these blank cards so that I can play with some stamps that I bought off Mandy as well, and see what I can come up. We also got sent home a bag of goodies here. So she had some stuff that she had loads of. So I got some different flowers, and this I loved. And then there's lots of different paper, butterflies and leaves in here, like little confetti bits. I saw this and loved this, that I could use in my resin work. So this is all to be used on cards or resin. Little bits of ribbon that had been left over, like a little pram from a pram ribbon strand. Some more confetti. I've got some, but it's a lot smaller than this, so I thought this one would be a much nicer size for some of the things I'm doing. And then we got an even larger confetti with balloons, fish, starfish, musical, shellfish, leaves, balloons. It's got all kinds in there, and like a present box. So I thought that would be nice. She also had a load of these that she's picked. This is the things she's picked up off tables, like confetti at weddings. This one was a happy anniversary. She had loads of them, so we picked those up. She also gave me these, and this is another card I made with a die cut that I bought off Mandy. And this is the die. So we cut this out because I've got to go to my mum's for a die cutter because I don't have one, and I'm not prepared to buy one at the moment because I don't do enough cards. We then so we used this green paper to back it, and then added a little bit at the front as well just to give it a contrast. We then added this lace down the side, and we put in its sheet in the middle. And I can at a later date, what I thought was I haven't put a sentiment on because I thought it's a nice card that you can use for lots of different things. So I decided I would decide what sentiment to put on when I needed the card. And then I can always add something. I've got some words, some letters. I can always add a sentiment to that. It will go in that envelope, I know. So those were those there. She then she had these been given to her, and I really like these. They're just plain cards that you can embellish. So they've got like this line here, and then it says with hugs and kisses, and then it's got some hearts on, so you can actually put something in here or cut this out, put frames on it, that kind of thing. So I have a number of those, and then I also have something similar, but this one has a cake on the side with presents up. So there's a number of those as well. So I'm going to have a play with those and see what I can come up with those. I also have a little order that I'm doing for the PT picnic rally. My sister's asked me if I would do some bits and bobs for that. So I'm going to do the PT picnic. So I wanted PTP and then 2021. So my mum's given us a number of different sheets with letters on, so that I've got a variety of letters that I can choose from, and put them in my resin and make coasters and things with that. So that's the plan with those. She also gave me some more of these little bits, die cuts that she's already had cut out. So another one, we've got another one of that heart, which I really like that, but it's It's on pink. This one's on the pink. Another one of those. Then this is another die cut that we bought off Mandy. So Mum's been cutting them out to see what they look like, and we really like this one, so she's done this in a couple of colours. We've also got this one here, which is a buttercup. No, it's a snowdrop, sorry, a snowdrop. So she's done it on the pictured paper with the little flowers on. She's also done it on a plain card here. So you would cut that bit off. So she's also done it on a plain card here, so I can make something similar to that other one that I did. I've got a load of different little die cuts here, so we've got some wheels, some circles, and some leaves. I think I also brought back some like frames and things as well, so there's another one of those, some special words so that I can do some more cards. There again is some more of those die cuts that you can add on to anything. Another one of the sunflowers, the snowdrops, and then there's just other bits of cards that were left over that I've brought with me to use. That's the die cut again, but it hasn't cut out of that one very well. And then there's the swans. So she loves the die cutting the swans, so I got some of those. So she sent me a selection of those that I can use, and there's one on silver card there. And then she's given me some little boxes that I can start putting like resin jewellery and things like this in, and then just little silly bits that I got like heart needles. I'm sure I got some frame edges as well, some other die cuts, but I'm not too sure. So that's all that I got and brought home from my mum's. So hopefully you'll see me using some of this stuff in the future. So I'll stick it all back in this envelope. So I'll tend to want to use some of it for resin work. I've got some ideas for polymer clay as well, and then also for the card making. So if anybody's got any ideas for the stuff that I've got that they think, oh, that might work or that might like good, especially for the PT picnic, I'd really appreciate it. But that's about it. Oh, this is what was left over of that kit as well I was just using. We had plenty of thread left over. Obviously we've still got the chain and the pendant to use there. We could use that for polymer clay, resin, anything. We've still got the glue stick, and obviously the frame was still there as well. So there's quite a bit of that left over. So that was quite a good buy, I think, from good thing to put in the Easy One subscription box. And I think that's it. I also bought, while I was away, I bought some bits and bobs as well. Let's see, because it's, oh, here we are. I bought some bits and bobs as well because there's a better shopping range at Chelsea Street than there is here. So these are the little die cuts that I chose. We've got some little round circles, some little flowery, and I'll show you the back there, some of these little corner pieces. And then there's some that remind me of the way this cling together. It's like a monkey puzzle tree. Let me see if I can set there, that kind of thing, which I thought would look nice either in resin, placed in resin, or on cards, all kinds of stuff. We can use it as a stencil. I'm really looking forward to using those. So as long as they go back in the bag where they're supposed to go, I will be pleased with them. Come on. You will go back in the bag, you will. I'll sort that out later. Then I went to B&M. We have a B&M near us, but the one in Chelsea Street is a bigger one. And I wanted a pencil case to put all my tools in for my carving, for my polymer clay. And this isn't exactly what I wanted, but it was only £1. It's big enough, so hopefully that will do the trick. I also bought just some plain white cards because that's always coming in handy. I got some more googly eyes because I thought they'll be great for using on some of the resin pieces that I've done that have animals, or I can make some polymer clay and use the googly eyes with that. And I also bought some tubes of glitter, which is always a good thing. I think all of this here came to £4, so that wasn't too bad. It's like nearly £1 a piece, so that's okay. So I think that's everything I've got to show you. I can't see anything else in the bottom of the bag that missing. No. So on that note, I'm going to ask you, please, if you're not part of my little crafting community, please consider hitting the bell and the button, and don't forget to comment, otherwise it won't be counted. If you're already part of the crafty team, then hello again. Thank you very much for joining me again. Sorry if there's a little bit of shake on that camera, it's because this table, I keep knocking the table. As I say, if you've been before, thank you very much for supporting me. It's lovely to see you again. I love chatting to you guys. But on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to, especially with your eyes these days, because we can't see your face with your mask. So please, let's try and cheer people up at the moment and pass on a smile. So thank you very much. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.